It says Milan Talocha, you show emes a bittel. When you learn Teresh Baal
Yeah,
Peh, emes a bittel, because really you're doing what you're told. You're following
right.
instructions.
And even the intellectual part of it, you're being
Yeah,
mevatel your intellect to the.
you're playing
I
by the
kind of are
rules.
working to understand it, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, but you're playing by the rules. The rules Akash Baruch Hu laid down.
yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
You're using your seichel with the hagdoras that Akash Baruch Hu made.
Right. Your screen is backwards.
Oh, wait, 1 second.
Your the background is clear and you're blurred.
Me?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's like if you remember they used to have the interviews with the people from the mafia. Avi, you're muted.
I don't know what's happening with my phone, but I can attest those are actually his farm, by the way.
What?
No, I know it's what he has on the thing that
He
that
took a picture of
blurs
his
your
farm, I guess. No.
background and makes you clear, but it's like inverted.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like the old they used to have the old mafia interviews with the guy, and they would have him like darkened out because you don't want you
Yeah,
know what I mean? It's
this is
because
the
they'll
identity.
find out who was speaking. They'll put a hit on him. So they'll change his
Exactly.
voice, and you only see like a profile.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think that maybe let me just draw the curtains a little bit, and maybe once there's too much sunlight coming in. Maybe.
Oh, it could be. It could be the sunlight's hitting you and making it think that you're the background and the.
1 second.
But you see, this is really what it is he's giving us, just like he was just speaking, the same
Yeah.
thing he was talking about. Now he's showing us. He's showing us that the Svarim are the Iker, and he's
Yeah.
tougher to the Svarim.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think that's evident by. Let me see.
It's funny. I've never seen it do that before. I'm looking. I understand what it's doing. It's
Oh,
confusing. What's the background and what's the foreground? I wonder if it's in the settings as opposed to the.
I think it's the.
how about now? Is it better now or not?
Uh,
It's not bad. I mean, it still thinks you're the background, but we can see you.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe did I
It's
do
making you
something with the settings?
awfully.
Maybe I did something wrong with the settings.
This is the best thing to do. Close the window shade
Oh,
behind.
now
Now it's
you
good.
now no no now you look now you got
Now it's good.
the. It still thinks you're the background, but you're looking at
I
the.
think get rid of the fake background, which is your farm, and
No, no, it's not good because then the sunlight's going to be even
and
stronger.
also close the window because of the shade.
Yeah, it's a tirche, leave it the
Yeah.
way it is.
Fine, it's good. We can see you.
Fine, fine, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I see myself in the screen clearer than I was before by
yeah,
far.
for
Yeah,
sure, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. I know. I see you good now.
There was too much sun. I could switch off the lights. Let me see if I switch off the lights of the room, maybe even better. Okay, I think it's better like this way. Any difference
No,
to before?
it was better just before.
Okay, so I put this on. Okay, love it again.
Okay, so we're in Shulam in the Gimel Siv Dalid, the din
V'afshe
of
kosa,
Apoel
yeah?
and a Chazlan.
V'afshe kosa.
Yeah. So we're in the Smeh. So the Smeh
Yeah.
already he explained the Tur and how he understands the Tur. That basically, whether by a Kablin, whether by by a Schiryaim, whether by a Balabas, when it's Yodeh ala Elyaina goes all the way on both sides of the deal, and when it's Yodeh ala Tachtaina also goes both sides of the deal. Right. Then he explained also that the difference between that by when he quit before the work, the balabas by a kablin can be teifus only if it's the klei aveda. But if he started the work already, he can even be teifus anything mishalei. And then he explained the whole thing how it fits into the mechaber. And then where were we? Yeah, so we're like in the middle of the wide lines in the Smet Zayin, yeah.
Yeah, the last thing we said that after the time of Mishum Urcha the Milsa, the stam poil ain't no chozer the hook.
Right, so maybe maybe that's why
the Rambam. That's why the Rambam says.
You're right. The Rambam and the Mechaber, based on the Rambam, also they only say They only said hukra, and they didn't mention the huzla.
Because huzla.
Why? Because generally speaking, if huzla, why am I going to leave? If huzla, I'm having a good deal by you.
This is a kasha that thing. Shekosa.
Yeah, this comes to that
Yukra ain't shaman loy. You'll ask me a kasha that we learned that a person who's choizer, Mishum Yukra, he doesn't get the sympathy anymore of Avodai. Remember that?
Yeah.
So then, so what's the kasha? The kasha is.
The kasha is so what are you telling me? Urcha de Milsa is hukra.
Hukra, and
why? Because huzla is not as common. Because why would you leave if huzla? He's saying, wait a second. I thought he's not allowed to do it because of the money.
The kasha is a zoy. From the fact that you say that shomin mashaosa, that the Rambam says, right? The Rambam says that shomin mashaosa in the case of hukra.
Right.
So why does it say that? Because the chayra yukra ain't shamin lei. So why would the Rambam say in the case of shehukra the shomin masha also? You understand?
Right. Not only that, and it's even stronger. This question. Why? Because the Rambam only uses hukra as opposed to huzla because it's not normal. So you're telling me the reason he's leaving by hukra is because the money. Why? Because you're telling me huzla he won't leave because it doesn't make sense financially. So clearly he must be leaving because of the money. Wait a second, I thought ain't shaman lay.
Hold on a second, one second. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
So two things. The first thing is that it's you yourself say it's more probable, right? That's one thing.
Right. In other words, he's saying it's the probable situation where he's leaving is when hukra hamalacha, because now I'm not getting such a good deal anymore.
So you're telling me that
you're telling me it's not allowed to be connected to the money.
Right. Very good. Aber the imira shehuzla, so become more mistam the eminut. ואפשר דתמי הוא משום אורחא דמילסה, ואף שכוסה משום יוקרא אין שמן לי, יולטיינה. וכמוך מסתם דמילסה הוא חויזה משום יוקרא, אבל אם, one second, but it's not contradicting. He's saying the probability of him quitting is because of yukra.
Right.
Aber es meint nicht zu sagen, als das ausgesagt befehlisch. He didn't say
that. Right. So that's the difference.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Aber im ira shehuzla, Shom ma she'osid la'asois.
Right, like you said before, meaning in Huzla, even by Yischir Yoim, you don't pay him the 4, you pay him the 6. Why? Because it only cost the balabas 2 to finish the work. Right? This is the point that the Shach's going to argue on.
Right. This is by a poil, right?
Yeah,
It is by a poil.
I appeal, yeah.
Yeah, right. Shom ma she'osid la'asois. So umuram shekosa ben hukra hamelocha o Huzlo lav bechodom machtinen lo elo bol loimar ben hukra hamelocha ben Huzlo b'shnehem yad hapoila l'elyoino.
Right, so he's saying, wait a second. So we're saying that he's fitting in the words of the Mechaber to fit with how he understood the Tur, that the Yodi Allah Elyoino is if Hukra, you still have to pay him his half. If Huzla, the Poyel gets the extra Revach, right? So he says, wait a second.
Im hukra, how much does he pay?
Im Hukra, 4. Even though it's going to cost him six to finish it, he still has to pay him his 4. If Huzla, and let's say it's only going to cost him base to finish it, now he has to pay the Poyel that extra 2 of Revach.
Right.
So he says, wait a second, how does this fit in with the Ramah? The Ramah says Bein Hukra Bein Huzla. So he's saying he's not coming to mix them in one thing. Rather, when he says that, he's just talking about in so much as Yodi Al Elyoina.
Yeah.
But he's not coming to say he gets Dalid both times.
Yeah,
he agrees. He's saying that Ramah agrees that he would get Dalid by Hukra and Vav by Huzla. And this that he says Bein Hukra Bein Huzla, he's talking about Bichlal. What's Bechodem Machta? I thought he's not frying them in the same pan or something like this.
Yeah,
I think it means he's not coming to fry it in the same pan. He's not coming to cook them in one machta.
I don't know. Machta over here means a needle also. He's not sewing them up in one. He's
not sewing them together as one in one thing.
Machta is a
machat.
Yeah. Machat. But elo bo loimer ben hukra melocha ben Huzlo b'shnehem yad hapoel al elyoina.
That's all he's saying when he says Bain.
Which means that in the case of hukra.
So according to the Smeh,
Balabai
the Ramah agrees. The hukra dalid.
Balabai meshalem dalid.
Yeah.
And
Huzla balabas meshalem vav.
Yeah, afilu yale loy yoiser.
Right.
Loy yoiser lechatzi yoim hasheni. And
Huzla is the Revach goes to the Pale and he gets vav.
Yeah, Revach hoylech la poil. In other words,
and he pays him vav.
Loim lechatzi yoim.
Yeah.
And base loim. Yeah. Okay, very good. Weitergegangen.
Okay.
So was kommt bechaber achre ze bekablen de shomen loy ma sheosid la'asois. Nira li de koi gam ken a hukra achar kach. ומה שכוסו בין שהוז לו בין שלא יכו לו דהב לו כאילו אומר בין הוז לו בשעס הסחירוס בהוקרא אחר כך בשעס החזורה בין לא יהוז לו בשעס הסחירוס אלא היו ביוקר והוז אחר כך בשעס החזורה בין היו הקו במים מדחוד לא לא מיד הקבלנה התחתונה.
Right. So I mean again, he's going by his shita, how he understands the Tur, that Yad HaElyoina means always on both sides, and Yad HaTachtoina means always on both sides.
So when did it go up? The three instances. Either went up at the time of the Chazorah, right?
Right.
If at any given moment it went up, is Yod al Tachtoina.
Yeah, it's always going to be Yod al Tachtoina. The balabas is always going
Amar
to
bein
have the benefit
huzlo
of the
b'shas
situation.
haschirus. B'shas haschirus. V'hukra achar b'shas hachazora. So let's talk about this. At the time of the schirus, he was going to pay $10 an hour. Huzla means didn't become cheaper. I think it's just a cheaper price, no?
Huzla means that okay, the guy did half the work, and now he can complete it for Dalid instead of hay. So there's an
Huzla
extra.
b'shas haschirus means what means huzla b'shas
The shas
haschirus?
aschirus, that means it's basically he's talking like a reverse negative. It means hukra. That's what it seems to me.
When hukra? It's a hukra. No, hukra b'shas hachazora.
Yeah, that's huzla b'shas, right. So, but I'm saying huzla b'shas huzla b'shas ha'aschirus is the same as hukra b'shas kabbalah.
So b'shas haschirus, it was more expensive or no?
He says either way, both ways. If he's saying both ways, it's going to be
notion,
who's
the
so for example, if
yeah.
like he explained the tour, right? This is all going into how he explained the tour. The Kablan makes a deal 8 for the whole thing. He finishes half the work. Now it's going to cost you 6 to finish it. He only gets 2. Let's say Huzla.
So
he did half the work.
Right?
No,
whoa. Don't go to Huzza yet. So that's a case of Huzza v'achakach hukra, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same as if you said b'shas haschirus is given.
There's really only 2 scenarios. Either it went up or it went down. There's only 2 directions.
Yeah. But the lashon Huzla means that means Huzla. It's given hoya bezoil.
Right.
Huzla,
Yeah. Boom. Right, because there's nothing from it. What does it mean, huzla? He means huzla as opposed to the
right.
Yeah.
So huzla b'shas haschirus, right?
Yeah.
Huzla
It's the same thing as hukre b'shas kabbalah.
Hukre b'shas kabbalah, yeah.
Yeah. So in this case, he's going to only get base. You only pay the Kabbalah base. Why? Because it costed him vav to finish the work. And on the other hand, what if it goes the other way? He did half the work, and now the prices went down, and it only costs him base to finish it. The balabas will keep the base, only pays him the 4 for the half he did for the half.
Because the ratio of the total work that was, let's say, $100, he gets $50
at the most.
At the most.
At the most, and at the least, he gets 0.
That's if the second half of the day would be $50 or less.
Right.
But if it's going to be 60 or 70,
then he's going to lose.
Or anything, he's going to lose.
If it's going to be 100, he'll get 0. And if the balabas was tafis his stuff, he'll get less than 0.
No hamazel if he didn't have his stuff.
Yeah.
And if it's more than the equipment, it's ochenvei. Right. I don't know.
His luckiest day, will be if he comes to work and goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot all my stuff." This will be his luckiest day.
Yeah. Okay. So then he's showing that. Okay, but so it's like this. Ben, let me read that again, okay? Because Ben who's the b'shas haschirus who kracham.
In other words, let's just establish what he's looking to do here is because how he explained the Tur, and then you look into the words of the Mechaber, it seems to not match. So he's explaining that the Mechaber really means the same thing that what he's saying in the Tur means.
Yeah. Ben lo who's the b'shas haschirus haya beyoiker. B'shas who's the chagav b'shas hachazora. Ben hoyo hakoy b'mayim medechod. What does that mean?
Whether it was all it stayed the same price.
Lo'ila miyadaka b'tachtoina. V'lo tzeloimar. Yeah, right. B'mayim medechod means hakoy. באויסוי מחיר. באויסוי מחיר. אוקיי. לא אילום יד הקמה לתחתורצום גם כן דשום בחולךו לפי עניוני. דבהוקר שומין לוי מה שעוsid לעשות והוא זה שום מה שזה ברפוילם. Yeah.
Right,
Genau.
exactly the end of the. So if the price went up, then we calculate what
Yeah.
what the balabas needs to finish the work. If the price went down, then we only pay him for what he did. Which when you read at first glance the words of the mechaber, it doesn't imply it doesn't seem like that. So he's explaining this is what the mechaber means, and this is why he brought this whole tour, because the tour says it more clearly, and we can explain it easily from the tour. And the mechaber is masking with the tour. This is what the mechaber means also. That the payil is la'elam yodi ala yeno, the balabas nekablun la'elam yodam ala tachteino. And this goes in both directions for all of it. Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Meaning he's saying how I explained the tour above, it's all exactly like that.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry. This is a stick on an emergency phone call. I have to take it.
Go ahead.
It's a health.
Yeah, take it.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, so now he's going to change to a different subject. He's going to go back, which is interesting.
The Hago you do or you don't do the Hago?
Yeah, because before, but it's interesting because he's bringing down in the end of the last seif, when we were talking about before Hascholas Hamalacha.
Yeah.
So if you look at the Haggah at the end of the seif after the Mechaber, it says Mahai Taima Osad Lepayil Afilu Melamid a Sefer Lahaskir Atzmei Lisa Base Balabais Bekever Shalishanim. So now here he's gonna also make an addition of how this relates to a Malamed. So Haggah Balabais HaChez Bevechulu V'chein Balabais HaSeichel Melamed U'matza Achar Kach Melamed Achar Teiv Mizeh and Yochel Lachzer B'Teich Shona. Right? Kivan shehischil zeh b'melachta ve'eni pesheya. So the
בסייטה
Rosh,
חמלה מאחת, או
yeah.
מזיין יוכלך בסכשון, כאילו שיסקלו במלאכתו ואין הפשע, ולא שוש. כוסו שם בדרכי מישה, בשרבן, ודבר הבוס, חוי זה צורך שם משלם מטעם.
Right, he has to pay the whole amount.
מטעם
Not
דאיב לא
not not
עדיך.
not even like a lady girl. He has to pay like not
Yeah,
like what's it called?
שכר בוטל.
Yeah, not even schar batel. It's mamish paying mishalim. Why? Mitam di Eloi of the Choshen. Because a melamed is different. A melamed, you're going to tell him, okay, how much would you take for me to pay you, and you won't teach? No, a melamed wants to teach you. He needs to teach. So you have to pay him mishalim because a melamed is not going to be willing to sit batel.
Okay, but this is what I'm toying with. Paying him is not enough. It seems like even if you give him the full salary, you want to make him to work, or I mean, what?
Fine, but listen. So now he can go teach somebody else.
Throughout, I'm having a problem with this with a melamed. Is it cholshi because of not getting paid cholshi? I mean,
No,
that's for sure.
it's because a melamed is because we're saying how much would you how much would I rather pay you? And you'll just sit. Look, I'm gonna come and I have to schlep bricks for $20 an hour. And you tell me, I'll tell you what, how much would you take to not schlep the bricks? Such to sit here. You know what? For that, I'll do for 15. The schlep bricks, I'm gonna charge you 20.
By melamed Melamed
He wants to teach. He's not coming to schlep bricks. He's teaching. He's a teacher.
Right.
You're gonna tell him just sit here and don't teach. But I'm a melamed. What do you mean don't teach?
Right. Yeah.
Fine. Shach. Shachov.
Shachov, yeah.
I think let me see. Let me just check. Did we do? No. Sorry, Shach Yudches.
Okay, Ben Hukra. Okay, Kitsa did a poil shechozer boy, right?
Right.
It says Kitsa did a poil
So here's
shechozer
where he's
boy.
going to argue.
Achar
Here's where he's going to argue on the smeh. That why should
right? So
yeah.
it says Ben Hukra Melocha Oy Huzda.
Right. So like the Shach was made Ben Hukra.
Then he showed me Mashiach Noitel. Okay, this is if he was Choizer after he started working. Let's say, for argument's sake, at midday he stopped working halfway through. Okay.
Yeah.
So he says, "Kegoin sheschoroi bechasdinim leyoim." ועושה אימוי חצי היום, ואפילו לסייקרו צריך ליתן לאחר,
meaning the new worker. He has to give the new worker
to the other person. לאחר מחצי היום הנשאר ועובדין, אפילו אוכי צריך ליתן לראשון דל דינר. Because this is a poil, remember?
Yeah, so Yodi al so
yeah, מחצי יום שעושה, ולא ימרינן, לא ייתן לו ילום בייס דינרין, כדי שתגמר לו מלאכה, היום בחס דינרין כפי מה שהסנה. עד כאן לשוינה.
Right, so fine. He explains it the same. This part he explains the same way as the smeh.
The smeh, and there's no
same
problem.
thing. But now,
קוסבטור דאים סחורה בחס דינרין והוסדו שיוכל לגמור חצי יום הנישול בייס דינרין צורך ליתן לו ווב דינרין. That's also like the smeh.
Yeah. So right now, all he's doing is he's bringing the smeh, the tur out and the smeh, and then he's going to argue on it.
They both go like the tur. And this is not the ain.
Well, the Shach's going to argue on this part, but he's now he's just bringing it.
אלא מעכב ביודעי אלא בייס דין
Yeah.
העתיקוי העיר
Shushan.
שושן, yeah?
Yeah, I believe so.
והסמה דבורוב.
And now he's going to say, I don't like this.
Where, do we have the Shushan? No, right?
No, we don't have it here.
weiter. ולא מצאתי כן בשום פסק יסר. וגם באמס לא נהיר לפי נהס דייתי. דלמה הייתן לו בוב דינן, נהי שיוכל לחזור בוי בין יודל התחתונה. I understand that the posuk protects him. He shouldn't be התחתונה, וצורך ליטל לו כימה שסוחר אימוי. ולא בס דינן כפי מה שהוזל, right? אלא חס דינן ליום. אבל למה יהיה יד הפועל על העליונה? Why do you have to give him עליון לעניין שייתן לו יויסר ממה שסוחר אימוי חס דינן ליום? That's a question.
Right. Why is it right? Why you should pay him? Wait a second. Why you should pay him more? He only worked 4 hours. What do you mean I should pay him more? This isn't a business deal. It's not a partnership that he gets a profit.
Right.
Well, so fine. The pasuk protects you that I can't pay you less if my price goes up.
Right.
But I should have to pay you more if I found a better deal for the rest of the day. Well, you only worked 4 hours. And we made a haskam of 1 dinar an hour. Why I should pay you for it? You didn't work. Like
דהיינו דלת דינרים לחצי יום, כיוון שהפועל חוזר, ולדעתי מנולל להטור הו.
Yeah, and I don't know where the Torah is getting this from.
That he should have to give him 6, and
right,
not...
they should have to give the payil 6 if who's la hamalacha. He says to this point the pasuk wasn't talking. It was only coming to protect the person, to protect him that if he leaves I shouldn't pay him less, but to pay him more for work he didn't do. This much the pasuk is not giving him already.
Okay, ובית יוסף כוסף, ומה שכוסף רבינו הוא הדינמי עם הוזל, חולה, פושטו. ובית יוסף כוסף, מה שכוסף רבינו והוא הדינמי עם הוזל, they became cheaper, פושטו, דמהוקה, נלמד להוזל על כאן לשויני.
Right, that it's going to be the same thing, just like with everybody else. Yod means all the time, and Yod means all the time, just like by a kabbalah, just like a balabas.
Yes, you can't compare a case where it became more expensive to when it came cheaper. It's not, one is not elech to the other. You know, when it became more expensive, he stays with his dalet dinden, right? Regardless of the other guy that the balabos nebuch has to cough up another 2 extra dinden, right? That's not comparable to a case where it became cheaper, right?
Yeah.
That when it became huzel, where you want to transfer the 2 sloim, which the second person would have gotten had the price stayed the same, but now you want that he should be marviach it.
Right.
That he should, soll das bekriegen, yeah?
Right. Yeah, punkt.
Das ist Leute Domi, כשהוא כנויסת חצי הסחירוס כפי מה שסחור אימוי. ודומי כאישהו סחור לחצי יום בדלת דינן, מה שאין כן הוכו.
Right, we never had such a deal in the first place to get 6 for 4 hours.
Exactly.
So,
right.
Yeah, furthermore, he's gonna say, and the Bach who's saying, right, the Gamash goes with Bach.
1 second, Shalom Loi. Yeah, Gamash goes with Bach, the Kat goes with Aruch, the Hu Adin Huza HaMelocha, lesser. The look Kach goes with Aruch.
Yeah, Aruch doesn't write this.
What did he say? The Rosh, the Rosh. What the Husa Melocha? Oh, the who didn't Husa Melocha that he should
That
get
he
sick.
learned the Hukri from Hukri. He learned Huzla.
The לא כל כך כותב ראש רק שהוא הדין עם הוזלה וחוזר בוי בעל הבייס. Then he has to give him 6.
Right. In the case of the Balabayis or the Kablan also, right?
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about, where it goes both ways. But he wasn't talking about. He didn't mean by a pile.
עם חוזר הבעל הבייס או הקבלן. אין שם, מה שאין כן הוכחה. וכן מוכח להדיה בדברי התויסס, פרק האומנן, הפועל. ורש"י ותויסס פרק כמה דמציע, okay, so he argues.
Right now he's going to strengthen it even more.
So the thing is this: what we're getting from here is, sorry. So what we're getting from here is that he's we're getting from here is that in a case where it became cheaper, right? In
Right.
the case
He's only going to get his 4.
He's only going to get his 4.
Meaning he always gets his 4, not more, not less.
And this is mamish against
against how the Smeh says, yeah.
Against what the Beis Yosef, what the Tur and the Beis Yosef are saying.
Yeah.
Because the Smeh is not getting it from himself. It's a direct shot from the Tur and Beis Yosef, and the Tur and the Beis Yosef saying that that's what the psak is based on the Rosh.
Yeah.
You know, the Tur and the Beis Yosef both taina that's what the Rosh is saying, and the Smeh is saying that that's what the Beis Yosef and the Tur are saying b'shem the Rosh, and that's effectively what it comes up to.
Right.
I think
and he's saying, I'm sorry, that's not what the Rosh was saying.
I'm telling you, if we learn the Smeh now again, I'm sure we'll see that he quotes the Rosh. We just flip through it. I'm telling you, it's all, and he says it's a heptich nishon.
It's not there.
It's not there because the Rosh only said that benoget to if the balabos was chayzer, that then he has to reimburse him an extra 6, right? Because then it's it's his fault. You know?
Yeah. But the payil that he should get paid more is not. Now he's going to go even further, and he's going to pull the Tur out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look in the parentheses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Shuv matzosim betur kosov al klaf yoshen noishen delesa
shom lahaydina. That he doesn't. So all this that you're saying from the Tur, he says it's not in the Tur. He found an old original parchment of the Tur, and it's not in there.
You know the difficulty with this
in the Ksav from the Tur is nicht da.
The Schwerkeit of that is, so what are you going to say now? That the Beis Yosef based himself on the Tur which never existed?
The Beis Yosef did not see this klaf, and the Beis Yosef had to learn it out of the Tur, so he went by what the Tur says. Even maybe it doesn't make so much sense.
It doesn't. That doesn't to make.
And that's what the Rosh says, and that's what the Tur says. So that's what he's going by.
Yeah. Okay.
Where the Shach. And the interesting thing is how he has it in the parentheses that even before he found this klaf, he had a problem with it.
Yeah, he said.
And then on top of that, he then found the klaf, the original klaf, an original ksav yad that and it's not in there like that.
Interesting. It's a very interesting.
Yeah, but this page of Smeh and Shach is
I know.
It's beautiful, unbelievable. Like
I know, it's a work of art. That's the truth of it.
yeah, mamish.
Okay, now we have till the end of Dalet that we could do this in 10 minutes, weiß ich nicht.
I don't know, but let's see what we can do.
But one thing we know that from now on it's just Shach till the
Yeah.
till the Oy shekibel atzme leist soy kach vekach kabiyo shel yayin, right?
Yeah.
Afgav de meha botzir kitzvoson yadua veinu meshubed rak zman hazeh. כמו הויל ואינו קויצב לו ישכר לפי היומים, אוי לפי השבועס, אוי החדושים, דאיקלה המלוכה, משום קבלונס,
No, it's a chashuv kablonis. It's considered kablonis.
או חושב, it's a חושב קבלונס. That's why, it's not according to the days, or the weeks, or the months, the ikle melocha, that the melocha was what should be done. Ikle usually means to go up to. And make geton werden, efshe maybe ikle melocha. As the melocha is all geton werden.
Yeah.
It should be done. Choshev kablonus, b'meila it's called kablonus, right? Kamei kama liktzer, the mei hakotzir, nami yeduin name.
So that's what we had before. We had Ketzad Kibel Menu Kama Ligtzer B'Shtei Slaim Oy Shekibel Al Atmi Lasses Kaf and Kachav Yishal Yayin. So he's explaining why they're similar to each other, why they're the same.
Ad kan trumas adeshen, yeah.
Yeah.
Nois and nois shekel, shu beis dinen, yeah.
Yeah. So where's that? Where's the what's it called?
What does the Shach want in Chav? Chav, he wants to say that a reason why this is a clear case of kablonus and not pale.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it goes by it's for completing the job. Even though there's harvest times involved, and therefore I know it's going to be 3 months. So you should say, wait a second, let's estimate your pay by splitting the 3 months, month and a half, instead of by what you completed. And he says no, because even though it's a zman yodua, you're not hiring for the time. You're hiring the bepashtus. You're hiring him to get the job done, and therefore it's a kablonus and not a schirus.
Right.
Because taka. Meaning usually by a kablon, there's no explicit time frame.
Yeah.
So you'll say here, why should it be like a kablon? Here it's an explicit time frame.
Yeah.
To say take, but we know the time frame because it's totally on the harvests. But bepashtus, you're not paying him for the time frame. You're paying him to get a certain amount of work done. That's really what you're after, and therefore it's kablonus and it's not schirus.
Beseder. Okay, nois and shekel, yeah.
Yeah.
Was geht
so he
das?
was talking about here. He was talking about
Kotzer chetzev niach chetzia.
right, or
Begelero b'shtei sloim erik chetzia v'niach chetzia. Shomim l'maisha osid lasois im hoyo shom
vav dinarim nice and shekel.
Yeah.
Who based dinarim?
Oh, yigmeru es melachton. Oh, better still. Finish what you started.
Yeah.
I don't know why he has to say that. Because that's obvious, no? Senisha is very obvious, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trying to say, what do you mean only a shekel? I did have to work. Okay, so how you give him a laughter?
Noiser shekel o yigmeru es melachton ve'im hoya nisher yofesh neidinin einoi noisen. I was thinking, it's Chabal, they don't make these Shulchan Aruch like to carry with you in small.
Oh, like this, yeah.
Because if you go away somewhere, it's good to have like a small.
Yeah,
They
because
don't.
because people don't think you have to understand that we're very strange.
Good morning.
Meaning most people when they're going away, so they'll
They
take
don't take
their
this one.
Mishnah Brura that they're what's it called, or a little Alter Rebbe. So no, nobody's taking this with them. It's only us who do this.
I know. People mamish like because
I had a backpack that weighed 80 pounds that I took. I went on vacation. I had a backpack 80 pounds because I have to have this. I have to have the Hasidus that I'm learning. So I had this.
sure.
I had a Torah 8 in there. You know?
Wherever I go to see my kids, I have also like a big bag of svarim, Hasidus and Nigla. You figure that you learn Rambam. Okay, that you could get away with taking your Chayenu, but
Yeah.
And then you do your Marvis Sedra. Okay, you can get away with it, but I don't. I generally don't like doing Marvis Sedra from Dvar Malchus.
Yeah.
I like doing and Marikute Torah, what are you gonna do? So I collected years ago. Levi Gelb put out pamphlets, biurim on Likutei Torah.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? That's what I took with me.
I
Not the pamphlets. They put it in book form already.
Yeah. But
So
I have both.
I have these and not only that I have two sets. I have two sets of them.
It's a great idea. It's a great idea. It's first of all, it's a very beautiful set. I liked also the long-winded ones that he had. They gave it out only on Shmois.
Yeah.
It's called a Mayones. It's very, very beautiful. Actually, I have it right over here. I don't know if you've seen this.
Um yeah, I've seen that.
It's very, very good. They should have done it. I told Levi they should have done it on Bereishis Shmois. It's more long-winded and he has
Right.
more be'archova. Not everybody
Yeah.
has the patience to read that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
by the time you finish, you end up with a big bag of svarim. It's like I do Yerushalmi also.
Yeah, and each one every one weighs.
The
Right,
best thing
Hashem.
is
It's
if you
good.
ever
It's
have to
good. This
fly,
is good weight to carry.
if you ever have to fly, you just carry it with you. Don't put it in. Don't give it in because
Right, because it's not. Yeah, because the weight it doesn't make a difference.
the weight is yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get weiter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Noitzin lo shekel. Why? What do you say over here? Noitzin lo shekel. That Mashodi das im Hoyeshav Vov Dinrin. So then Noitzin lo shekel. Because that's what when you
Yeah.
deduct, that's all that's left over, right?
Yeah.
Shehu beis Dinrin. O yigmerus melachton. Ve'imenu yochel egoimroi bepoches meches Dinrin. Eino Noitzin lo klom. Imagine this is what it is. What it is. ומיהו, אם נציייקרו הרבה שצורך איתנו עליה יויצר ממה שפוסקים, אין צורך לשם לא מכיסוי כלום.
Right, like this man said before.
What does that mean? That the worker doesn't have to give him any money from his pocket, right?
Right. So if it cost him up till ches, so up to zero, we
So he can
deduct
walk
it.
with nothing, but you don't extract any
But
money
we
out of his
can't. But we
pocket.
can't go and tell him now. You give me money. Yeah.
לפיכך, אם לא הישחיל במלוכו וחוזר בו אף על פי שהולך דהווה כמו הישחיל מלוכו מניסיאקרו, אין מפסיד אלו תורך מלכוס. This is mamish word for word.
Yeah.
כיוון שאינו תופס משלוי והוא אין צורך ליתן לוי מכיסו כלום עד כאן לשנתו.
Yeah. So he's using the same lashon that this man brought. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Which is the tool. ופירוש בסיוסי והסמה, ספקות הזם, דרוס אלוהים, אם היו הבעל הבית תופס משל הפועל, הוא צורך לשלם לבעל הבית כל מה שמפסיד, כמו שכוס הרב המגיד. פרק דס בהלכות סחירוס, בשם הרמב"ן. והרשב"א, וכלי ומנוסו ביודו, אפילו בדובר שאינו יעבוד, סויכל עליהם עד כדי צד המלוכה.
Yeah.
What does it mean bedover sheino avud? How does that come in?
Because by a davar avud, he anyways we take out of his pocket. Even if you don't have his kli malacha, you by this is the next sif I think is by davar avud means like let's say he did the work for you, but now he stopped in the middle and he didn't do the roof properly. You're going to lose the whole thing.
Then you sue the guy.
And in such a case, you can mamish extract money from him. You can mamish collect damages from him.
Right. Oh, okay, fine. But here, even afilu bedover sheino yovud, it says
Right.
over here.
So here, even medavar she'enei avud, if you have his stuff, you could what's it called? You could pawn it to pay for the completion of work that he left
Okay,
you
so Mishpat Magid Pektes Bechus Beshem Ramban והרשב"א דבכלי אומנס ביודוי אפילו בדובר שאינו עובד צורך עליהם עד כדי שכר המלוכה. והקשה הבח על דבריהם דעל כן הטור לא סביר להוכי. מדכסיב לקמון גבי דובר העובד.
I think he's saying dal karchach. You have to. We're forced to say.
Was sagt er da? Der Meloche. והקשר הבח על דבריהם.
Yeah, dal karchach atur
לא,
because we're forced to say that the Tur can't possibly hold this thing.
או ביודרי משלהם יוכל לתופסוי משמע הוא דובר שאינו עובד לו יהיה עבדה. Yeah. Very good. I think by the way, I don't know if you noticed, this shmooze that we're doing now, we talked about it.
Yeah.
Remember about Mishalahem, if it has to be from the schar, from the artwork materials.
Right. So that was the smed that from yesterday.
Yeah, right. I can't look in the Ramban Rashba elo de בשבועס כלי ומנוסוי ליד הבעל הבית, אבל שאר דבר מי שמעת לו. Remember? We spoke about this.
Yeah.
You spoke about the duffel bag. Who said that you had to take a duffel bag?
Right. Whoever heard such a thing? This is ridiculous.
Right. And I think that you have to understand what he's saying here. I think the main problem over here, extending it to other things, is b'meila the kli umnus hast du gemacht akinin mit dem.
Right. And furthermore, the kli umnus is kosher le'inyan.
Yeah, it's kosher because of the because you made the akinin with it, no?
Or because he was working, on your job with it. Either way.
Yeah. Okay.
But that you should be able to grab his truck and his coat and his what's it called? Whoever heard of such a thing?
Right. I think he's setting boundaries over here. He wants to set the boundaries.
That's already you're going too far.
Yeah. Okay. אבל דובר מי שמעת לו. אוקיי. וכן משמע בנימוקי יוסף, דווקא כלי אומנוסם, ja?
Ja.
Ein schon. Aber nicht keine andere Sache nicht.
Right.
וכן מוכרח להדיע בדובר התלמיד הרשב"א, שהביא בייס יוסף ריש סימן זה וזה לשוינה ולקה בין דובר העובד שאינו יעבוד למי שפירש חבילה כלי אומנוס וכולם. ein schon בהרי הטור כוסף כיוון שאינו תפס משלוי, משמע שתפס ממון או שעל דובר ועוד קשה לי. דאימי סודר לזה נזכב נטור, לא יהבה למימר כיוון שאינו תפס משלוי חולה. הרי לא הזכיר מקודם למעלה שאין הבעל בית תפס משלוי. וכיוון למימר דווקא כשאינו תפס משלוי. כך נראה כמו שפירש הבח, דרצלמר כיוון שאין הפועל תפס...
So meaning Bekitzer, he's saying that you're making this diuk in the Tur, that he used the word mishaloi. But he says, but if you look around in the Tur elsewhere, it doesn't support it. It's not. There's no other indication of the Tur. If we already know the Tur mentioned something like this, and now we want to make this diuk in his words, it's one thing. But he says you can't just make a diuk in his one word to mean that when nowhere else the Tur himself doesn't mention this anywhere else.
Yeah. So then. דרס הם תקימן שאין הפועל תפס שלו בשל הבית, ואם היה הפועל תפס דובר בשל בעל הבית, כגון שקיבל סחירוסוי מיודוי, היה חייב הפועל להחזיר הכל. עד כאן. Oh, wird schon gekrogen, aber er darf zurückgeben.
Right. Right.
That, yeah.
Unlike a pale. Remember, by a pale we said, even if he paid him, then he just chayavli. He'll have to owe it to him. But here,
What do you mean? You mean the poil has to pay him back?
no, a pale doesn't.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
chayav?
he has to pay him back, but you can't be tafis. He'll pay you when he pays you. He'll owe you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
But
essentially,
by a kablin, you can go and you can be tafis when you paid him already. He's saying that's what he's saying. He's not saying you can go and then take any of his stuff. He's saying you can take his kli umnus. And if you pay him already, you can take it back.
Michel Balabais. What does that mean?
Yeah, one second. Just like Kivon she'ena pel tevis miyod Bach. It's a lame. Kivon she'ena pel tevis biyodi. Michel Balabais. The imhoya pel tevis. Da Michel Balabais kigain shekibos chilus miyad. Kigain shekibos chilus miyad.
He said he didn't pay him, so he grabbed it himself.
Yeah.
Shehoyo chayev hapoel hachzir hakoil. Why hakoil? Maybe only what he didn't. What's not like
I don't think he's. I think over here. I think right now when he's saying pale, I think he means kablin.
Really?
Because he wasn't talking about it. This whole thing, he was talking about a kablin, not a pale. How'd the pale get involved? We were talking about a kablin this whole time. A pale we know is Yodi Al already. What's the
Mash mahod davar shene oved loy.
He's using pale here in its wider sense to mean any worker, to mean the worker, as opposed to the
How do you see that? Where this guy?
because it doesn't fit with that skid
Oh, you mean the Chof Aleph is all geboit geworden of
Yeah, the whole thing we're talking about a kablin. We're not talking about a skid at all. So I think when he says pale, he means the wider meaning of pale. He just
it makes sense what you're saying, but are you sure? I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah, because the whole meaning, because when I was reading it and I saw pale and in my brain I'm thinking schid yom, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't line up. No. If you translate that as kablin, it makes sense. And on top of that, he wasn't talking about a schid yom at all over here.
The kablin has to give it back to him.
Yeah.
Well, he has to give it back to him. What, everything, or
yeah, because remember, we're talking about in a case that shehukra kol kach that it's already zeroed out and more than zeroed out. I have to pay the new guy more than I was masking with you in the first place.
נכון. וכן משמע בדברי הראש, בנימוקי יוסף, שכוסו דאם מה שעושה לעשות שווה יוסף ממה שקוצץ להם, אין צריכים לשלם מכיסם כלום. עד כאן. מה שדווקא לשלם יוסף מה שקוצץ, אין צריכים לשלם מכיסם. אבל עד הסחיקות צריכים להחזיר אף שקיבלו.
Right. So clearly he's talking about a kablin there when he says that.
Do you have 5 minutes to do Chof Beis or not?
Let's do it.
Let's at least say that we finished.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. Weißt du, was Tanya steht? Also lernt noch ein bisschen mehr.
Right. That's where you get, when you're doing by exercise, right? You do they do the sets, and then there's that one extra, right? That's where you get the reva.
Yeah, because Tanya says that not, these program we're learning by chitas, that not only skafia is bedvorim asurim, halt sich ein, but
Right.
in mitzvahs you exert yourself in doing more.
Right,
Not
you're right. It's
exerting
also
yourself
Mitzvah, yeah.
only of not doing the aveda, but on doing the.
Yeah. Exerting. Oh,
This is ma'aser bepoil, you know, like bring it down the ma'aser.
yeah.
ואם הוא יעניש יופי בייס דינן אינו נויצם אלא סלע חולה. והרייבת בהסוגויס, כוסף על זה, וזה לשוינה. אי אפשר אלא סלע יופי, אי אפשר.
אלא סלע יופי שני דינרים.
עד כאן. ברב המגיד לא בירו כוונוסי. וגם...
This is an
This
insult.
is smear. This is smear.
Yeah. This is an insult.
מבלבל דברים מדרכי.
Kidarke, as usual.
You're talking about the smear.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
What an insult.
Yeah, because שלוש הש"ס כהרמב"ם, וכן הביאו הריף כהלכות, לפי אני הזדהיתי כוונות הרייבד, שדין זה לא יהוזכר בש"ס כלל, ולא בריף ובשום פסק. ונינא דקימא דשומע לקבל מה שעושה לו, ונישר אינו שומע רק בייס דינן, אם כן נויסר לא רק סלע יופי בייס דינן. ולא דלת דינן. מפרש דיבר כרמב"ם. וכן מצוסי הדי בתוסף, you don't give him the extra two. That's what he wants to say here.
Yeah.
This is what you said that he was going to hack against him.
Yeah, and he already did in the last on the last page, and now he's again, yeah.
Right? The Shomin al Mashi Osid Lasud, Imoyo Mashi Osid Lasud, Yofe of Dinin, Nestim Loy Shekel, Loy Yigmer Melachtoi, Imoyo Yofe Shekel, Noisim Loy Shekel. Ad kan Poiso Kishas Virushalmi Halocha Krebdoisa. Kabe Bosi. Ve'av Sheloshen Arambam Kosher Lefarish Kein Mikomokum Kosher. Heich Yeh Neged Atuseto Yerushalmi. וגם על הטור קושה, שכוסף בסוף סעיף בייס, חוזלו שיוכל לגמרי בייס דינן, אפילו הוכה אינו נויסו לו אלא 4 דינן. He said בפירוש.
Yeah.
Nowhere does it say that you get 6.
That you should be paying him, yeah, more than what he worked.
Yeah. עד כאן לשוינו. דאב למה דינן נויסו לו רק בייס דינן. צריך להיות זה הטור סבילה בתוספת ושם ממילא שמתחיל לא ישובר רק בייס דינן. אלא שסחורי בייסר. Oh, wow. כן אינו נויסו אלא שקל. מה שאין כן בחוזו אחר שעושה המלוכו שאינו בדין ששם לו כפי מה שעושה לעשות כיוון שעושה המלוכו בשעס היוקר ודוחק.
Right, meaning now it went down. Who cares? You already finished the.
The פשט התוספתא לא משמע הרי אלא משמע כיוון שהוא חוזר ביודוי על התחתונוי אם כן בכל עניין אינו נויסן לא רק בייס דינן. אפשר סבירה לרמב"ם והטור כיוון דהובו ברייסא ובש"ס דילון ולסו בש"ס דילון. Okay, ich darf schon gehen.
Yeah, and he leaves the whole thing at a tzarech iyun.
Let me call you back in a minute, okay? Yeah, wait, who with your daughter?